Good evening, everybody. Growing up, my great-grandmother was obsessed with Elvis Presley. You know the man, the king of rock and roll. Yeah, well, she had every knick-knack, every clock, every t-shirt, every sweatshirt. She had anything you could name with Elvis Presley's face on it. So when I heard that I was going to be having a dinner party and I needed to invite 3 historical figures, I knew that Elvis Presley had to be my #1 pick. I also knew that my great-grandmother was going to be there spiritually, and if I didn't invite Elvis Presley, she was going to be mad. Now, Elvis Presley was born in Mississippi, and he moved to Tennessee in his early years. When he was only 19 years old, he started his musical career. And as you all know him, he is the king of rock and roll. He was one of the first pioneers in the early days of rock and roll. And by the time he was 21, his first single, Heartbreak Hotel, was #1 in the United States. I think that's pretty incredible, don't you guys? I mean, have your first single be a #1 hit in the US? I think that's pretty remarkable, and his career only skyrocketed from there. So my second choice as a historical figure at this dinner would be Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe had some rough years at an early age. She was moving in foster care in and out and of orphanages, and she struggled. She dropped out of high school when she was only 15 years old. But she didn't let that stop her. The Marilyn Monroe you guys know is the actress, the singer, the model. She's amazing, right? And I just love her so much because she's so bold and so daring. And I've always admired that about her, the way she's about herself. She's very confident. And there's a photo of her out there, plenty, of her actually dressed in a potato sack. Yeah, she was dressed in a potato sack to prove a point. She wanted to prove that women did not need to wear these luxurious dresses. They didn't need to wear anything fancy to be beautiful. She looked beautiful in a potato sack. And sadly, Marilyn Monroe died of a drug overdose when she was only 36 years old. But I think her legacy still lives on today. And one of my favorite quotes by her is that there is only one thing in my life that I am proud of. It's that I've never been a kept woman. I think that quote is amazing and inspiring, and that we should live by that every day. Women in the 1950s and 60s were so confined to these boxes that they were put in. And she was so out of the box, and she wanted other women to be that way as well. So the third person that I would be inviting to my dinner would be Oprah Winfrey. Do I even need to explain? Oprah Winfrey is amazing. And she too did not have an easy childhood growing up. She was sexually abused at a very young age and ended up moving out and running away from home when she was only 13 years old. When she was 14, she became pregnant and lost her child. But she didn't let any of that stop her. She too went on, and she went to high school, she went to college, and the Oprah Winfrey we all know and love is the executive. She's a producer, she's a writer, she is so well known, and she is so amazing. Just herself, she has donated millions of dollars to charities and foundations. You've all heard of the Oprah Winfrey Foundation, right? That's her foundation. I mean, she is involved in so many different causes and foundations. She is so inspirational. So if I were to have a dinner with all 3 of these people, wouldn't you guys want to come? Oprah Winfrey, she would just make you a better person throughout the night. Marilyn Monroe would put some sass in you. She'd give you a little confidence boost. And Elvis Presley, he would play some good tunes. And me, I would provide the tacos. So it would be like the perfect dinner party, right? And I hope to see you all there. And as Elvis Presley once said, thank you very much.